Hi everyone, my name is Nina Lee and I am the founder of The Silky Noo. Today I'm going to be taking you through a 30-minute vinyasa flow made especially for Body and Soul Live. So I'm super excited to be doing this for everyone today and I really hope you enjoy. So all you're going to need is a yoga mat, and if you don't have one, that's okay. You can just set yourself up on floorboards or maybe a nice bit of carpet. So we're going to start in child's pose. So we'll have the big toes together and the knees nice and wide. So child's pose on our yoga mat. So you can find yourself towards the back edge of your mat. Come all the way down, knees nice and wide, big toes together, feet are untucked, sit down onto your heels, feel grounded through your space here, and then walk your hands all the way out in front of you. And so from here, I want you to allow your forehead to rest down onto your mat. Keep your spine nice and long as you reach your fingers forward towards the mat, keeping your forehead down. We're going to take 3 really big rounds of breath here. So inhale through your nose, and I want you to imagine the breath goes all the way into your upper back. And then as you exhale, ground your sit bones closer to your heels. So inhale, fill all the way to your upper back. And then exhale, push down through your heels. Keep the arms lengthening forward. Inhale, big breath. And then exhale, push your heels down. So slowly now, walk your hands back towards your knees and then unravel your spine, coming all the way upright. Good, let's come over onto our hands and our knees. So we have our shoulders on top of the wrists and our hips on top of the knees, and let's tuck the toes behind us. So you feel all 10 toe pads, finger pads pressing down into your ground. So inhale, drop the belly, open up the chest, and then exhale, round all the way high. Good, so cat and cow. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, exhale, round all the way high, and tuck your chin, look to your navel. Inhale, drop the belly down, open the chest, and then exhale, round all the way high. Good, inhale, come to your neutral spine. We're going to come into thread the needle. So everyone lift your right hand up off your mat. Look all the way high to the fingertips. And then exhale, you're going to thread your hand behind the left, bringing your shoulder and your cheek down onto your mat. Good, so you hold here for one more round of breath. Keep twisting through your torso, finding that rotation. Nice, with your next inhale, unthread your right hand all the way up and open, and then exhale, lower your hand to your mat. Straight to the other side. Inhale, left hand, and then exhale, thread shoulder and cheek, come all the way down. Good, so again, rotating through the rib cage, lifting this right side rib cage as high as you can. Let's take one more breath. Good, with your next inhale, unthread your left hand, all the way up and open, and then exhale, lower. So we're gonna come into hover plank. I want you to press down through your toes and lift your knees just above your mat. Good, so I want you to find your neutral spine here. Keep sucking your belly button up towards your spine. And draw the very crown of your head forward towards the top edge of your mat. And keep your gaze down. Good, so your neck can stay long. Let's take here one more breath. Good, and then let's find our plank pose. So adjust your hands and your feet as you need to. Shoulders are over the wrists. We're going to hold here for 3, squeeze your glutes, suck your belly button towards your spine, take one more breath. Exhale, lower your knees and lay all the way down onto the belly. Good, let's untuck the toes behind us. Inhale, lift the head and the chest. Good, and then exhale, lay the chest down. One more time, inhale, lift the head and the chest. And exhale, lay the chest. Tuck your toes. Push back into child's pose. Inhale, come to your tabletop, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into plank. Again, adjust your hands and your feet if you need to. Now they are gonna stay here. Everyone lower your knees onto your mat. Good, squeeze your inner thighs, find your full plank. Lower your knees, good, full plank. One more time, lower your knees and find your full plank. Downward facing dog. Let's take a pedal out through the feet. So just left to right, prancing, allowing the heels to drop towards the mat, lengthening out through your calf muscles. Let's just take one more round of breath. Good, and then let's slowly walk our feet all the way up to meet our hands. So we come to the top edge of our mat. Our big toes are together and our heels are slightly apart. Inhale, let's take a halfway lift. Scoop your lower belly. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Elongating your spine here, scooping the belly. Exhale, fold forward, tuck your chin, look up into your navel. Good, now let's bend behind the knees. We slowly round all the way up to stand. Good, drop the shoulders down behind you. Inhale, reach the arms all the way high above. Look up to your fingertips. Exhale, hands down into your heart center. Good. 2 rounds of our sun salutation A. Inhale, big breath, fill the lungs. Reach the hands higher. Exhale, swan dive. Fold forward at the hips. Hands to your mat. Tuck your chin. Look to your navel. Inhale, halfway lift. Long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Plant the hands. Now step back into plank pose. Lower your knees to your mats. Good, halfway all the way to the mat. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, lay the chest down. Tuck your toes, push up into plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels high. Push back, bend your knees, look to your fingers, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, roll all the way up to stand, hands high. Exhale, hands down, heart center. Round 2. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, long with the arms, tucking the chin. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Step or float back into your plank pose. This time, only lower. Halfway down. Squeeze your elbows. Push all the way back up. Good, lower, halfway down. Push all the way back up. One more time. You can drop your knees if you need to. Untuck your toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. If you prefer to go with cobra, do this. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a big flush of breath. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift the heels. Push back, bend the knees. Step or float to the top. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Good, now we're going to slowly step our right foot all the way back behind us. Find our low lunge. Nice, gently lower your back knee to your mat. Inhale, upright your spine, reach your hands high. Exhale, circle the arms all the way towards your mat. Inhale, big circle. And exhale. Maybe a bit of a back bend. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Both hands to your mat. We're going to lift our left arm to find our twist. Good. Looking high to your fingertip. Exhale, hand down onto your mat. Stay here, we're finding open twist. So keep your shoulders and your hips square. Good, sorry, just your shoulders. You open up through this right arm. Exhale, lower your hand. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee, pyramid pose. Straighten your front leg as much as you can. And you want to keep your hips square to the front edge of your mat. So pull your left hip back in space. Try and round the upper back. So we're rounding today, tucking the chin. Take a breath. Good, bend into your front knee. Slowly step all the way up to the top. Straight into the other side. Left leg back behind us. Find your low lunge. Good. Lower your back knee, upright your spine. 3 big circles. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. Hands down. We open up the right hand. Find the twist. Good. Exhale. Right hand comes down. Open up through the shoulders. Lift your left hand. Nice. And then exhale. Hand to your mat. Tuck your back toe. Lift your back knee. Pyramid pose. Again, we want to square the hips. Pull this right hip back. Lengthen through your hamstring here. Rounding the upper back. So we're finding space into the back side of our heart center. We're going to take one more round of breath. Exhale, bend into your low lunge. Slowly step up to the top of your mat. Big toes together. Inhale, halfway lift. Really elongate down through the back of the legs. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, roll all the way high. And then exhale, hands down, heart center. Good. Now, we're just going to face the front edge of our mat. We're going to do a standing pose. So come to the middle of your mat. I want you to have your big toes together and your heels slightly apart. So a bit of internal rotation, but we're zipping up through our inner thighs. Good. So let's take left hand to hip, right hand to heart center. I want you to lift that right knee into the chest. Good. So you're zipping up through your inner thigh still. Good. Hold the balance. Nice. You can take hold of the knee if this works a little better for you. Or if you'd like to try and extend the leg, take your peace fingers around your big toe and push that heel out in front. Now your leg doesn't have to come perfectly straight. That's okay. Good. Keep squeezing through the core. Nice. Take one more breath. Keep pushing the heel out of the hip. Nice. Bring your knee into your chest, hand to your hip, and lower the foot down. Give your legs a shake. Straight to the other side. So, left hand to heart center. Lift this left knee into your chest. Good. Zipping up through inner thigh. Take the option of the hand that works best for you. Again, remember to push the heel out of the hip joints. We're lengthening the hamstring. Good. And we keep the shoulder back into its joint. We'll take one more breath. And then exhale, knee to chest, hand to hip, holds. And then exhale, lower the foot. Give your legs a shake. So again, return to the top of your mat. Big toes together. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Step or float back into plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. Good. Inhale, I want you to lift your right leg. Come forward, knee to your chest. Foot down between your hands. Inhale, find your crescent lunge. Good, so your knee is stacked over the ankle. Scooping your belly back towards the spine. Good, and then we open into warrior two. Good, so we face the left side of our mat. Arms are parallel. Flip your front wrist, reverse warrior. Reach forward, up and back. Exhale, warrior two. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Crescent lunge. Come back to face the front edge of your mat. We're going to stand up into stork pose. Bring both hands into your heart center. Left knee up into your chest. Take a big breath. Exhale. Good. Let's step back into crescent. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Warrior three. Let's thread that foot all the way back behind us. Now you can release your hands to the mat if you want to. Otherwise, keep your hands into your heart center. Maybe even bring your hands to your hips. Good. Let's hold here. One more breath. Exhale. Lower your foot down. Open up the chest. Good. Circle the arms all the way to your mat. Hands to frame your front foot. Step back into plank pose and chaturanga. Remember, you can drop to your knees at any time that works for you. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left leg all the way high. Come forward. Knee to the chest. Foot down between the hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Ooh. Good. And then exhale, warrior two. Arms are parallel to your mat. 3 times, reverse warrior. Flip the wrist. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Crescent lunge. Face the front edge of your mat. Take a big breath. Stork pose. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Warrior three. Thread your right foot all the way back behind. Take your hands wherever you need them to the mat, maybe hips. Holding here, squeeze through your bikini lines. Zip on through your low belly, one more breath. Exhale, step back into your crescent lunge, both hands high. Big circle with the arms all the way down. Frame the foot, step back into your plank. You can drop your knees, chaturanga. Inhale, exhale. Good, 2 big breaths. Inhale, exhale. Let's drop down onto the knees. Just for a moment. Now we're going to come into puppy pose or our anahatasana. So we're going to maybe just shuffle towards the back edge of your mat or your space. Now, keeping your hips on top of your knees, walk your hands out in front of you. And we're trying to get our rib cage to drop down towards our mat. So from here, yogis, you can have your forehead to touch the mat or tuck your chin onto the mat and look forward if you want a little more of a stretch. So up to you. 2 more rounds of breath here. And so slowly start to walk your hands back up underneath your shoulders. Good, so we're going to come down to sit and bring the legs out in front of us. So our last little bit of effort today is going to be some core work. So we're going to come into boat pose. So bring your hands behind you. Just to start with, we're going to bend the legs and then bring the legs up into tabletop. So you can bring your hands behind your knees, option A, or option B, bring your arms all the way out in front of you and have your palms to face upwards. Good, so boat pose here. Let's hold here for 3, for 2, and for 1. I want you to lower halfway down, half boat. Tuck your tailbone under, scoop your lower belly. Lift your chest towards your legs. Good. halfway down. And lift the chest. 2 more times, halfway down. Lift the chest. Last time, halfway down. Good, hold it here. Let's come into pistol mudra. Point your index fingers forward, open the legs, and close. For 4, for 3, close, open, close. Last time, open, close, hold it for 5, 4, 3, scoop the belly, 2, 1. And release. Let's find a full body stretch. Good, nice, stretching out through your abs. Good. Let's step the feet up underneath the knees. We're going to come into a twist. So we want to have the feet flat on the mat, about hip width distance apart. Take your arms out to the sides. We make a T with our upper body. Let's kick the right hip all the way to the side. Extend the left leg long, and then draw this right knee over and across your body. Good. So now our spine and that bottom leg, our left leg, are in a straight line. You can keep your right arm straight, maybe bend at the elbow, more of a cactus version with the arm. Let's take one more breath. Really softening through the torso. Let's roll back on to our mat. Step your feet back up. Good, square your pelvis. Nice, and then we go straight to the other side. So kick your pelvis to the left. Right leg all the way long. Left knee over and across. So again, we're wringing out through the torso. Arm can stay straight or cactus. Bend at elbow. We'll take one more round of breath. Roll on to your back body. Good, square your pelvis. We're going to come into our figure 4 stretch. So let's go left ankle over the right knee. Reach your arms forward. You can take hold in front of the knee or behind the hamstring if it needs to ease off a little. Lower your head and your shoulders as heavily as you can to your mat. Good, so you stay broad across the front of your chest. So broad through your collarbones. Let's take another breath here. Inhale through the nose. And then exhale. We come straight over into the other side. So just opening up through the glutes, really hitting into that glute med. So again, find whatever version of the arms works for you, in front of the knee or behind the hamstring. Stay broad with the chest. Stay long with your breath. Inhale through the nose. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's release the feet. Good, so our last little articulation of the spine for today. I want you to draw your knees into your chest, take your hands behind the knees. And so we're gonna rock forward and backwards. And so you use the momentum of your feet. And like you're in a little kid's swing where you use your feet, the momentum, to rock you forward and back. So same sensation. Let's do 2 more. Really supple with the spine. Last time. Roll all the way up. Good, we're gonna come into side straddle. So we're gonna open up the legs nice and wide. So there are lots of different ways to approach our straddle. Today, we're gonna focus heavily on the activation of the front of the legs. So quadriceps down into the feet and the ankles. So I only want your legs wide enough so that you feel about 70 or 80% of the stretch. So it's not completely taking over with the sensation. So about 70, 80%. Let's flex the ankles, draw the toes back towards the face. So we stay engaged through our legs, so no rolling of the thighs and sickling of the ankles. Strong thighs means we can support the length, support the stretch of our legs. So option A, we can take the hands behind us. If we need to just slightly encourage the chest to come forward over our sit bones, we don't want to be hanging back into our pelvis. We're not going to be targeting any length of the hammies here. So a slight push of the chest over and of the hips. If you do want a little more, keeping your chest forward, reach your arms out in front of you. Again, remember, legs are activated. And you just walk your hands as far forward as you need to. You can even make 2 fists and drop your forehead on top. Let's stay here for 3 big rounds. So inhale to your upper back. And exhale out through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now slowly make your way up out of the stretch. You can use your hands to bring your legs all the way back together. Maybe you give them a little bit of a shake. Good. And then, yogis, to close our practice, I want you to find a comfortable seat. And so maybe this is crossing your legs in front of you. As always in my classes, I close with a mantra. So I will say it once, and then I'd like you to repeat it loudly after me. So I invite you all to bring your hands into your heart center and close down your eyes. So sitting as tall and long as you can, reaching up out of the crown of your heads. Feeling grounded down through your seat. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Everyone raise your hands to your third eye. And all together we say, Namaste. Namaste, Body and Soul Live. Thank you so much for asking me to be a part of this 14-day program. Again, my name is Nina Lee. I am a Lululemon ambassador for Brisbane, and I am the founder of the Sukhino. Please find me on Instagram, Facebook, watch out for many more of my videos coming. Thank you so much and have a beautiful day.